Bruce Seaman. He's the chairman and part founder of the Bridges Project, a multi-racial, multi-denominational group working coalition to bring Ocala together. Without further ado, let's give it up for Mr. Reverend Bruce Seaman.
So the question on the program is, who is the Bridges Project? Or who is the big white guy up there and what's he doing? And as Oscar just said, Bridges is a multiracial, multi-ethnic, multi-religious group that seeks to address race relations in Marion County. And that's how you get a big white guy. Our group started as a result of something called the Friday Forum. Delphine Herbert is responsible for that. By the way, Chief Graham, when we had that Trayvon Martin Memorial, it was Delphine Herbert who was the ringleader for that. I got in a lot of trouble for that with Parks and Rec. Whew. We won't do that again, I promise. But she started Friday Forum a couple of years ago, and she recognized that there was a void in our community for people to have intelligent discussions on topical matters. So it's been going for a couple of years, and then she realized that with the deaths of young black men, the ferment in the black community, the lack of understanding in the white community, that we needed to have a Friday Forum on race relations. And that happened, I believe, in January. And it was a shock, because, you know, we're good with 40 or so people that had a Friday Forum. There were over 70 people. It was standing room only. We had definitely hit on something that was of deep concern to our community. And we took the occasion, because people were passionate, they were intense, they wanted to do something. So a group stayed back afterwards, and we tried to figure out what we were going to do. What were we going to do? Now, the reason we had the Friday Forum was because we weren't having conversations about race relations. And here we were all ready to go marching out into the community, but we had not talked about race relations ourselves. So we ended up doing a study of Dr. King's letter from the Birmingham jail, 6-session study, because we needed to walk that journey ourselves. We needed to be able to share and communicate and understand the issues. And Dr. King's letter, although over 50 years old, Bridges folks can tell you now, from the reactions we've gotten in people in the community, that those issues that he was facing then, they are still there today. The same tactics, same strategies, same excuses, it's all right there. And as that blowback comes at us, we know we're doing the right thing. We're in the right spot. After we finished our study in May, we started forming some working groups, so because we were going to move on. We wanted to, as Reggie said, we wanted to engage law enforcement. We wanted to see how that was going. We didn't want something like Ferguson happening here or anything near that. And yet, because we realize our community isn't unique, we need to be prepared for something like that. And we're not. We wanted to do some outreach and education in the community. We wanted to have the ability to engage people and have transformative relationships. We wanted to deal with legacy issues of race in the community. We had working groups around all these different areas. And then the massacre happened in Charleston, June. And the Confederate flag came down in Marion County for a few days, until the county commission met again. They put it back up. They put that flag back up the same day that the South Carolina legislature decided to take theirs down. And we in the Bridges Project took that as a slap in the face. And we have been at every county commission meeting since then to tell them to take down the flag. Amen. And we will continue to do that until they do. We want the Confederate flag removed from flying on government property. It has been a national emblem of division from the beginning. And it has never represented anything else besides racial hatred, violence, oppression, exploitation, white superiority. It has no other context. Our government has no business flying that flag. It belongs in a museum display case. It's a piece of history. We're not denying that. We're not denying individuals their rights, as Reverend Willis said. We are not denying. If they want to associate with that emblem of racism, that's their business. But our county government has no business flying that. White people in this community are recognizing that this is an insult to us, an insult to our community, and we won't stand for it. And that makes Marion County a bit different. You look at other places where this issue has come up, City of Milton, Crestview, Walton County, handful, maybe a dozen, maybe 2 dozen black folks are there before the governing officials, and they're angry. In Marion County, white folks are standing with black folks and saying, this is our community, all of us, and we all need to be represented. We all need flags over our heads that unite us, that don't divide us. Our community, its well-being, and its future matter too much for us to shy away from tough, hot issues. We are going to be working on race relations in Marion County when that flag comes down. And I say when, not if. I'm telling you when. That's the only question that's left. We will not have any fear of taking on any subject. We are not going to censor ourselves for fear of offending the powers that be. We will be out there and we will be confronting where we need to confront, counseling where we need to counsel, embracing when it's time to embrace. But if this issue has shown us anything, it has showed us very clearly that our community is divided. We don't understand each other. We only think we know it all. I want to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak to you, to represent the wonderful collection of people who are the Bridges Project. We're hard at work. We will stay hard at work. I have to apologize. I need to leave. I'm a volunteer in a prison ministry at MCI. This is my night, and I'm late, and there are men who are waiting for me. You have heard me. You ready for me to leave? I will go.